And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. Today is August 4th, 2025. I'm your host, St. Nick, and we got a great show for y'all today. Now, we are back. We had a little hiatus. We took about a week off. But big exciting news. If you're part of the sports card world and the whatnot world and the break world and all that, well, I've got great news for y'all because I'm back on whatnot, folks. Let me hear it. Let me hear it from y'all, folks. I'm back on the app, back on whatnot, and I'll be breaking exclusively with GoalDaddy. So if you're into breaks and all that, you can come join me on whatnot on the GoalDaddy show. Their channel. I'll be on there 2 or 3 days a week. I'll be in the morning. I'll be on at night. So if you need more St. Nick, if you want to just be in the room and let's get crazy, folks. Yes? So I'm still doing Takes by Fans. We'll still be doing this every day. I know we took a week off. We were down in California getting everything set up with that. But we're going to be back here now, folks. It's August. We're back in the full swing of football season. We just had our first preseason game where the Lions got absolutely... they got bounced, folks. They got destroyed bad against Trey Lance and the backups. And who knew the third and fourth string wide receivers for the Chargers were actually better at catching the ball than the starters. It was really kind of great to see. So Chargers got out to a great start. Now, it's only preseason game number 1, and it's really not even a preseason game. It's a Hall of Fame game. So, let's not overreact, but once again, why we're maybe a little hesitant on the Lions, that offense didn't look too good. No Ben Johnson, no good offense, potentially. So we're not trying to overreact, folks, but I don't know what y'all want from us. August, we're getting into the thick of it in the football season. So today I do want to kind of officially lock in division winners. Go through all the divisions once again. Now that we've got now that we know what these teams are doing, whether they're showing up for the OTAs and all that, or if they're still dragging their feet with contract disputes and starter disputes and all this. So now that we're, in August, we're ready for kind of preseason. Week 1 kicks off this week, folks. Get ready. It's not just one game, one teensy, lone, puny little game. No. Thursday, there's 3 games. Friday, there's 3 games. Saturday, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. And then Sunday, there's 2. So just a few more days, folks. August 7th, Thursday, week 1, preseason tips off in the NFL. So we'll know now. So who's going to get out to those good starts? Because once again, those first 4 weeks, they're important. People don't treat them as important, but we saw last year the Bengals, they're the poster child for not getting right in the preseason, getting right in training camp and all that, making sure everyone's taken care of financially, because I took a week off and it's all gone to hell. Scary Terry still can't get paid. Micah Parsons demanding a trade request, and Trey Hendrickson, I don't think anybody's heard from him. So I take a week off and things start to spiral out of control. So I'm back. Let's re-spiral it into control, yes? So we'll break down the NFL stories. There's a couple of things I want to touch upon in the NBA, and then we're going to solidify our division winners, build a parlay also with division winners because we can parlay them on DraftKings. Bink. And then also for the rest of August, we will be going through win totals. Once again, now that we kind of know how these teams are going to get out to whether a good start or a bad start, those first kind of 4 weeks where you can kind of steal some games, beef up that kind of win total. So we'll look at all those kind of going forward for the rest of August as well. Alrighty, so with all that out of the way, let's get right into it, folks. And I do want to start here. I do want to start with this. It is SummerSlam. It is WWE. It was on last night. They turned SummerSlam into a 2-night event, which... okay, I mean, they're really starting to do that with all their kind of major pay-per-views that are now free if you got Peacock, which I am a fan of. I mean, if you're a wrestling fan or you like to dabble in it, having it kind of free on Peacock or Netflix every single week, it's kind of nice to have. I won't fake. But SummerSlam Night 2 was last night. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes wins. Blah, blah, blah. I cannot stand Cody Rhodes. He's one of the worst wrestlers I've ever seen. Annoying. Not that good in the ring. And I'm just going to say this match was not good. I don't want to say it wasn't good, but the John Cena, Cody Rhodes, I mean, whenever John Cena does kind of his cross face, it's like just Cody Rhodes just putting his head in the middle of it. There's no tension on it. John Cena's not wrenching it in. And I know it's fake. It's wrestling. But, I mean, at least kind of have your hands pressed against his head in it. It was real like... we know it's fake. And then they grab the rope of the ring, and John Cena used it to choke Cody Rhodes. And once again, there was no tension, no pressure on the rope. It was really bad acting job. And I hate to say it because it's John Cena's farewell tour and all this. But I'm watching it, I'm like, ooh, this is not too good. But I digress. But we had Tyrese Halliburton in attendance, and he got booed. So disrespect from y'all booing Tyrese Halliburton, the superstar. Are you crazy? So y'all booed him. But I do want to talk about this because this was kind of awkward, and I think John Cena was looking for a little play here. So during the match, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, it's a street fight. Anything goes. We had Tyrese Halliburton in the crowd, and we know Tyrese Halliburton has tore his ACL and all that. So he's on crutches. John Cena out of the ring, spots him. Spots Tyrese Halliburton, says, oh yeah, I'm going to use that crutch. So John Cena walks over to the front row where Tyrese Halliburton is just standing. He's standing with his crutch. And Tyrese Halliburton is just cheesing. Just cheesing because he knows what's going to happen. I mean, I'm sure this was in the script. John Cena takes the crutch and all that. And Tyrese Halliburton is cheesing with one of the biggest smiles at John Cena. There's no words exchanged. Here it goes. They're facing off for a solid 3-4 seconds, and you see Halliburton just with the biggest cheese smile, like he knows what's going to happen. And John Cena, I feel like he's waiting for something. It doesn't happen. Like Tyrese Halliburton say, oh my God, like not gush about John Cena, but maybe even like protect his cane, be like, whoa, what do you think you're doing here? But just stands there, big old cheesy grin, doesn't say a damn word, doesn't even move. He's frozen. So John Cena, after like 4 seconds, he looks fed up and he does like the "you can't see me," which means like, hey, like honestly, it's like I'm not even standing in front of you. Like, are you gonna do your mark? Are you gonna do it? No. Okay. So John Cena, I think, takes matters into his own hand, does the "you can't see me," and Halliburton's like, oh, what? And then John Cena's like, give me this fucking crutch, dude. I mean, you just kind of ruined the spot. That's the energy I kind of got from it. Now, I could be completely wrong, but the fact that they had Halliburton just stand here looking goofy dumb, I don't know if that was in the script. And then the way that John Cena just does like the "you can't see me," like, dude, you were supposed to do something here. Okay, let me play into it. You can't see me because it looks like you're looking at a ghost right now. And that's the way he snatches the crutch is just too funny. So that was the match. That was my tidbit right there on SummerSlam. 2-night event. John Cena lost to Cody Rhodes. Disgusting. And then they send out Brock Lesnar so John Cena can have one more farewell win. We can read the script on the wall, Triple H, okay? And once again, WWE really just kind of disrespecting Brock Lesnar because he really should have been the greatest wrestler of all time, but they always used him for everybody else to be, and it's always annoying, but that's what they're setting up for. So WrestleMania, John Cena, Brock Lesnar, John Cena wins. Okay, farewell tour. Okay. You lost to Cody Rhodes. You lost my respect. Sorry. So that's SummerSlam. Shout out. Tyrese Halliburton, you gotta do something a little better out there, okay? We had Brunson. I think y'all already did. Brunson and Halliburton. They already showed up in WWE before, but Halliburton, I don't know if that. I think he kind of messed up his spot here. But I digress. All right. Now, here we go. Let's shift gears to the NBA. Two quick things I want to touch upon. The first one, we have Luka Doncic officially signed to a big old contract extension with the Lakers. That was kind of the hesitancy. Is he actually going to sign? All that. So he does sign. It's like a 3-year. I think it's like $170 million. I got it saved, but I didn't bring it up. Numbers are numbers. Shout out. He got paid. He got the bag. So, but LeBron James doesn't show up to his contract announcement. And when we look at this picture, I mean, we've got JJ Redick, the coach. We got Marcus Smart, who Luka recruited. We got DeAndre Ayton, who Luka recruited. And we've got Rob Pelinka, and I'm sure I'm missing out on other people here that I don't know the names of, but it's not LeBron James. So, I never gave a lot of credit into that, he was going to get traded and he didn't want to be in LA anymore. But, ever since they've gone kind of really heavy on Luka and kind of admitting that, he's the direction that they're moving in, that's who they want to be the face of the franchise, Luka, not really LeBron anymore. He has really been distant with this Lakers team, and I don't blame him. I mean, the fact that we're throwing generational players, greatest of all time argument players in the trash. I mean, folks, nobody's safe from the trash. I mean, y'all will learn it one day if you have not learned it yet, but everybody is trash worthy, garbage worthy. Even if you think you're not, you are. LeBron James is thrown in the trash. Tom Brady thrown in the trash with the Patriots. It always happens. It doesn't matter how good you are. So Shai Gilgeous, you'll end up in the trash there, my friend, unfortunately. Anthony Edwards, you're going to end up in that trash. So I just need everybody to prepare to be ended up in the trash, because I was never prepared for it. And it comes sooner than y'all think, folks, okay? You think LeBron James is expecting to be thrown in the trash even though he's 40 plus and still balling out? It comes sooner than you think. So get prepared for the trash, folks. But definitely, we got to keep an eye on LeBron James leaving LA. I still think he's going to play for the rest of this season. The contract, if he's going to play any further, that's kind of where I think, all right, probably not with the Lakers. But we'll keep track of it, folks. So LeBron James, a little distant now that Luka is the big star in LA, not him anymore. All right, and then the final thing to talk about here, we're switching gears to the WNBA, and we got to stop this, folks. We got to stop this. All right, folks, we got to stop this. It was funny. Is it funny? Yes, it's funny. One time, okay. Now, it's enough. Y'all did it with Tom Brady, and still funny. Y'all did it in Buffalo. It's funny. But we got to stop it. This sport, they're trying to be taken seriously, and we can't be throwing dildos on the court every game, folks, all right? The WNBA said Saturday that the individual who threw a sex toy on the court at an Atlanta Dream game earlier this week was arrested. Good. Can't be doing that. Not to the ladies out there on the floor, folks. Throw a condom. Throw a condom. You got to do the opposite, You throw the dildo for the NFL, Tom Brady, all that. You got to throw condoms on the floor for the WNBA players, yes? The league said that any person throwing objects onto the court will be ejected from the arena and face a minimum 1-year ban. And they got to crack down on this. I'm glad that the WNBA is finally taking some action when it comes to, bullying Caitlin Clark and all that. They're silent, but dildos come out. Oh, yeah, we got knocked that off. But we got to crack down on this. I mean, look, this sport is literally finding its footing right now. 2025, they're finally, hey, we got something here. We got a product here. We can sell something here. Gotta crack down on the dildos. I mean, the WNBA, big family-friendly, big kind of, daughter, mom-daughter bond going on there. Can't be having that. Can't be having that for the small children. So glad that they're cracking down, and let's just let's just clean it up a little bit for the WNBA. Can we let this league prosper and not try to weigh it down with every single waking moment of our lives? You know, everybody on national media, it's either Caitlin Clark trash or Angel Reese trash, or they're both trash, or the sport is trash in general. They're both trash. Why don't we call it that? Can we call it? Hey, here I go, bringing out the WNBA. Can we just call them both trash and that's the end of the conversation? But I digress. Let's grow up a little bit. Let's all grow up a little bit, all right, WNBA? All right, so no more dildos on the court, please. Alrighty, that's just what I want to touch upon in the NBA, WNBA, and the WWE. But now let's shift gears to the NFL, the only sport that matters, and keep throwing the dildos on the field in the NFL. We don't care. But before we get into the bad news of the NFL, let's praise the good side of the NFL. And that is players getting paid, baby. In the first one, and I know y'all don't want to hear it. I know y'all don't want to hear me. And it's wild, y'all. Y'all want to talk about any team besides this one, and I don't get it. I don't. Y'all would rather talk Cardinals talk, and that's probably the worst team in the NFL. That and the Saints. Yo, I cannot wait to watch the Saints every single week because it's really going to be an abomination of the sport of football. But the Dolphins and defensive tackle Zach Sealer have agreed to a 3-year contract extension up to $67 million with $44 million guaranteed. So let's give a nice round of applause. I know y'all don't have any clue who Zach Sealer is because y'all don't give the Dolphins any meaningful airtime or anything like that. Y'all give the Browns more airtime. Shedeur Sanders is trash. Kenny Pickett. I mean, their quarterback room is Kenny Pickett, Dillon Gabriel, Joe Flacco, and Shedeur Sanders, and y'all are giving them more airtime, more buzz time, more blood. People are betting on the Browns, folks. Can you imagine betting on the Browns? I mean, if that's what y'all are doing with your money, I mean, please don't watch the show anymore. I don't want that. I don't want that viewership. I don't want that audience in my room, okay, and watching my shows. You can take your money and ruin it elsewhere, please. But folks, I'm telling y'all, this Dolphins team, they're gonna light it up. And they're going to tell everybody why they should have been talking about him all off season long like I was. This Dolphins team better start sending thank you notes to me after the season. Thank you for believing. Thank you for really, taking the courage to believe in us, folks. You think I'm not ruining my career by going all in on the Dolphins? I know I am. Y'all tune out. I throw up the tweet here and y'all instantly close out of the show. I get it, okay? But I'm not going to let y'all bully me into not talking about them or celebrating them or believing that they're going to win the division and Tua is going to win the MVP and turn his entire narrative around, okay? Because it's happening this year. And it's starting right here up front with the big dog, Zach Sealer, baby. So watch out because the big dog just got paid. And I kind of have to shout out the Dolphins organization here because we usually do not pay players that were productive for us. So this is a nice step in the right direction here. We're holding Tyreek accountable now. We're paying Zach Sealer. A true culture shift going out here in Miami. Jonnu Smith, we put him in the trash, the garbage, folks. You see it? So shout out to Zach Sealer. Finally, we're paying somebody. We're paying somebody that deserves it here in Miami, so I appreciate that. Alrighty. Another thing to celebrate here in the NFL, and I can't wait for this, and y'all better get it right, because I'm sick of the bus, the statues being absolutely not even close. Just once again, nothing matters. It's the story, and we're getting into the point. I mean, we're already in the point where it's the story that matters, not actually truth, and we can always fix it and all that. It's the story. Jerry Jones. I'm sure they're gonna pay Micah Parsons the day before the season starts, and that this is some game that they like to play. Micah Parsons may even be in on the game because, it was negotiations without the, without your, it's not a lawyer, but without your representation. It was just Micah and the Cowboys. It wasn't his agent. That's what I was looking for. Behind closed doors, Micah Parsons, Jerry Jones may have made a handshaking deal, be like, hey, we're going to pay you, okay? But we're not going to pay you before the season starts. We're going to pay you the day before. But you keep going and acting like that on social media to make the story big. Hey, Micah, you want to make the story big, all right? One thing oil taught me and my family was if you made the story big, people believed it was big. So we made the oil story big, and the oil became big. So you make your contract story big, the Cowboys become big. You see what I'm saying here, Micah? You big, Cowboys big, we're big together. You get big money. You big story, story money, big money, oil money, story, oil money. Money, big story, big fuzz, big story, big money, big attention, big entertainment, big money. Big brand, big baller brand, all right? So, we'll get into that a little bit more, but it's the story that makes, it's the buzz that makes it, blah, 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 blah. Back to this. Tom Brady's statue at Gillette Stadium is going to be unveiled before Friday's preseason opener game for the Patriots. Now, two things here. First of all, we got to bet the Patriots in this preseason game. Y'all aren't going to ruin the celebration of the greatest quarterback of all time at home, okay? So we're going to be betting the Patriots this week because Tom Brady's back in town. Now, second of all, let's get this fucking statue right the first time, okay? We don't need the Cristiano Ronaldo statue all over again. We don't need the Dwayne Wade bust all over again, okay? Where it looks absolutely nothing like him. How did it get approved? Who hired this fucking sculptor and all this? Get it right the first time. Don't play these games. Oh, it doesn't even look like Tom Brady. It makes all the news. It makes all the stories. And then they get somebody to fix the bust. And then it's, it's enough with that. Can we? I'm so tired of these games being played. Everyone's playing a game now, and it's enough. The entertainment game, the story game, the buzz game. I don't play any of that. I play the money game. Show me the money game. That's the only game I'll play. All right. And since we're talking about Tom Brady and I get a chance to dig the Buffalo Bills, I'm going to take the chance to dig the Buffalo Bills. Because Tom Brady's all-time wins versus each team in the NFL, first and foremost, Tom Brady has beaten the Buffalo Bills 33 times. 33! Ah! He only beat the Dolphins 24 times, and he beat the Jets 30. That's the least out of the division, so you can hold the Dolphin jokes there, folks. Yeah, but we didn't have Josh Allen for all those years. If Josh Allen was there, they would have been. No, he wouldn't have. He can't even beat Patrick Mahomes. He's not beating Tom Brady. Please spare me. So there's your great franchise, Buffalo, the greatest quarterback of all time, carved you up every single game. I think y'all beat him 3 times. I think y'all beat Tom Brady 3 times. You know how embarrassing that is? To beat Tom Brady only 3 times? It's not like he was there for 4 years or anything like that. No. He was there 20. He was in y'all's division 20 years. That's 2 games every single year minimum. That's 40, folks. And you beat him 3. So shout out to Big Buffalo. You really earned that new stadium that we're all paying for. Thank you. We're paying to see trash. Woo! Buffalo. Yeah. Can't wait for the Hallmark movie. All right, and let's keep trashing the Bills out here because do you see this abomination that they're doing? Oh, folks, if I was live at St. John Fisher practice for this, folks, I would have ran onto the field and I would have laid somebody out. I would have gotten arrested if I was here live, folks. Do you see what the hell they're doing here in Buffalo? This is why I have to stand up for the running backs. This is why I have to stand up for everybody to get paid. Because this is an abomination what's going on in Buffalo. Ray Davis of the Buffalo Bills. And if you don't know who that is, it's a great running back. He's great. Watch out for him. But running back number 2 behind James Cook. And they maybe even think in Buffalo he's running back number 1 because they don't want to pay James Cook. But they put Ray Davis at the kicker position. They're putting running backs in the kicker position. Tyler Bass gets injured, so they say, hey, running backs. Go ahead, y'all are the kickers now. Y'all are so irrelevant here in Buffalo. We get Josh Allen to run the ball. We don't need extra people to run the ball. We've got Josh Allen, selfish Josh Allen. Ball hungry Josh Allen. And they put the running back to not run back, to kick. Okay. And he actually made the field goal, so maybe we should. I mean, these running backs are versatile, folks. Okay. So we should be paying them more. They're kickers. Look at them go. That's a nice 30-yarder. Pretty damn good. So, classic Buffalo. It's all Josh Allen. You don't see Josh Allen taking field goals, do you? Of course not. All right, let's stick here in Buffalo in the running back situation because James Cook is turning the screws. And I love it. Bills running back didn't practice yesterday, and when he had to comment on it, he said, business. Hey, James Cook, why didn't you practice today? Business. Hey, James Cook, do you really see yourself practicing for the rest of this training camp, getting ready for the season? Business. Hey, James Cook, we saw Ray Davis, taking field goals. Is that a little bit weird? How do you feel about that? That's disrespectful, but business. Hey, James Cook, Josh Allen's pretty damn good. I mean, you got to be excited to be kind of, behind him in the backfield, getting, the handoff from Josh Allen, because he's a great quarterback and a great leader and a great person and probably the greatest person in U.S. history. I mean, we should elect Josh Allen in some Hall of Fame, like U.S. Citizen Hall of Fame, because he's the greatest person ever graced this country. Would you agree with that statement, James Cook? Business. And I love it. I mean, taking the Justin Bieber.
You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you.
It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
I'm standing on business, is it?
So, James Cook throwing a wrench in the plans. He was a hold in, but now he's holding in and out. He's in and out there, folks. He's at practice but not playing, and that's throwing everybody into a spiral. Because Brandon Beane said yesterday he wasn't fully aware running back James Cook would abruptly stop practicing. He called it, quote-unquote, disappointing. Oh, is that disappointing, Brandon Beane? Because there's some other disappointing things in Buffalo. Like Josh Allen not being able to beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. That's always disappointing. No, Brandon Beane. That's disappointing. Y'all not paying James Cook is disappointing. No? Somebody that I'm sorry, I can't say that word. 2 words we can't say, folks, are deserved and earned. Doesn't matter how good you are, you deserve nothing. You've earned nothing. You've helped this team, you've helped this company, you deserve nothing. You deserve getting kicked in the trash. That's the only thing people deserve out here is the garbage. The dumpster. We all learned that at some point, folks. So, that's disappointing to me. Seeing a running back not get paid what they're worth. Disappointing. Josh Allen not being able to, beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. That's disappointing. Your defensive-minded head coach not being able to lock it in for 13 seconds. That's disappointing, Brandon Beane. So there's a lot of disappointment here in Buffalo going around. You're disappointed. I'm disappointed. Cook's disappointed. The whole town and city of Buffalo is disappointed. I guess that's just what they do. The Cowboys sell big stories, and the Bills sell disappointment. They're not looking to win. So still not paying James Cook. And now, James Cook, he does have the same agent, the same representation that Shemar Stewart had with the Bengals. And we know how that was talked about. So hopefully, James Cook, you're not getting bad advice and your agent is able to negotiate well. But it's not looking so hot. But I still stand with James Cook's decision. and we'll see where it goes. But I don't think the Bills are going to cave in on this, unfortunately. I don't. Yeah, I really think this is going to hurt James Cook in the long run, unfortunately. It's the game you got to play, and it's the game that he should be playing. He's the one putting his body on the line, his mind on the line, his future life on the line. So, for the betterment of a team, an organization. So, we'll see. James Cook, I stand with you, baby. I'll stand with you. I'll have you on the show if you want. I'm down the street from you. You just hit me up. I'll get you on here. We'll get you paid. All right, let's keep going around the horn here in the NFL. And now talking about a running back that, not good. Najee Harris, we get our first look at him. He's in a helmet. This was August 2nd. First on-field work for Najee Harris. He's working off to the side in his helmet and weighted vest. So still not getting a clear look at that eye. That shiner. We got to see it, Najee. Do you got an eye patch? You got an empty socket? We got to see it. So watch out. It's not looking so hot for Najee Harris. Omarion Hampton, I wasn't, impressed with him in the first preseason game. Once again, only preseason game. Number one, we're not going to get too carried away, but didn't like what I saw. Really didn't see any big explosiveness from him. There was this third and 2, third and 3, where he gets to the outside and then seems like he's got some open lane, but he doesn't take it. He doesn't hit it explosively, and then it doesn't even get any yards. It was really bizarre. So the Chargers, folks, maybe not as hot as we're kind of seeing out here. All right, here we go. Now let's talk Browns talk, because I think we may be at a crossroads here first. So this was posted yesterday, August 2nd, or 2 days ago. Here's how all 4 quarterbacks have performed through 9 training camp practices. This is what we've got. We had Joe Flacco going 54 of 92 for 3 touchdowns and no picks. All righty, let's get that completion percentage. 54 of 92, that's 58%, not good. 3 touchdowns in 9 practices, that doesn't sound too good. No interceptions, okay, but if we're not putting up points, then, we're 58%. Not too great by Joe Flacco. We had Shedeur Sanders go 49 of 70 through 9 practices. That's 70% completion percentage. That's not bad. We like that. 6 touchdowns, no interceptions. Now, the asterisk, if you do want to put one here with Shedeur Sanders, is that he was mostly not with the ones. Didn't get a lot of reps with the ones, so this is kind of the 2s, the 3s, the backups, going 49 of 70, 6 touchdowns, no interceptions. We still like that. We had Dillon Gabriel, who everyone's gushing about. He went 62 of 113. Once again, that's 55%. That's not going to cut it here. And once again, Dillon Gabriel getting more reps with the ones, the first teams. He had 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So once again, nothing crazy here. More attempts, but touchdowns, kind of the same with Flacco and Sanders. Interceptions, I don't mind them. I know y'all like them, so not good. And then we had Kenny Pickett, who's still holding out hope, folks. Kenny Pickett's still holding out hope here. He went 23 of 34. Woof. 34 passes only? All right. It's good completion percentage at 67%. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Not the greatest. So that's how they all stacked up here. We have Shedeur Sanders recently has been held out of practice with a sore shoulder. And we know if they start holding you out of practice, they're potentially looking to trade you. All right, we got a fish on the hook here. All right, we got to shut him down. We can't let him get injured and reel this sucker in and get him out. So, potentially, they're moving off of Shedeur Sanders. Dillon Gabriel's not showing anything of great substance. Yes, he's getting more reps, but he's not doing anything with them. Joe Flacco is not, these are not starting numbers, like starting veteran numbers, Super Bowl champion numbers here. And then you get Kenny Pickett, who's got the smallest hands ever. So, I mean, it seems like they're going Flacco or Gabriel. And I don't know if there's any upside into any of those players. Flacco, I mean, it's a lot of interceptions when he came back, folks. I mean, yes, he was winning games, but the interceptions came, and they came at the end of the season, and they came with the Colts, and that's why they weren't great with Joe Flacco. So I would not even entertain, I would never entertain even having Joe Flacco. There's no upside here. Kenny Pickett, once again, I'm not doing anything long-term with Kenny Pickett. I would go between Shedeur and Dillon Gabriel, and once again, I don't think we've seen this. I think we've seen a ceiling of Dillon Gabriel. Is Dillon Gabriel better than Shedeur right now? Maybe. Okay, I'll give you all that. I'm not saying I agree. I'll give you that. But if this is the ceiling, if this is what we're getting with Gabriel, I mean, this isn't winning either. So I would still go with Shedeur because I think there's more upside than all these quarterbacks. Maybe he's not the most ready right now, but the way he handles himself, his athleticism, I think is better than any one of these four. But it seems like the Browns do want to get rid of him. Now, quickly, let's check our favorite thing to check, Poly Market. The crypto betting market, you gotta love it. And let's get our Browns starting quarterback week 1 chart back up. What do we get here? Alrighty, I mean, golly, we got a big jump here, folks. Big jump since the last time we looked at it. Joe Flacco to be the week 1 starter. We're at 73%, and that's kind of seeming true. Out of everything we're seeing, it seems like they're going to go with Flacco. Gives them the best chance to win now. He's been here before. So it seems like this one's going to be open and shut here pretty quickly. We have Kenny Pickett as the second favorite. He was kind of hovering around 30%, 25 to 30%, but now dropping to 17. No. Third favorite, he's back, is Shedeur Sanders. Still not great odds. He's only got 6% chance to start here, but he's not the fourth. He was the fourth for a good period. But now we see Dillon Gabriel dropping all the way to the fourth at 5%. So him and, Shedeur kind of the toss-up. But in the betting world, Shedeur is making a comeback here. And I think that may be the right decision. You get rid of Kenny Pickett. You get rid of Dillon Gabriel. You get something for it. You get something. You get a little crumb for it. You rock the season with Flacco and Shedeur Sanders. You keep going with Flacco until you start losing or until Shedeur Sanders starts looking kind of crazy good in practice. And then you make the switch. Joe Flacco winning, you keep him going. He's losing. All right, the season's done anyway. You see what you got with Shedeur Sanders, and then you go from there. You either get a good draft pick or you get something in Shedeur that you can see and build with. But we know at least. So that's how I would play it. That's kind of seeming the betting market is kind of starting to go that way as well. So that's where we are with the Cleveland Browns. And I do just want to read this one quote. I want to see this. We get Kenny Pickett, still, quote, 100% determined to win the quarterback job despite the hamstring injury. Despite the hamstring injury, despite the small hands, despite the loaded room, he's still looking to win it, folks. So I want to get this quote. Let's hear from the kid, the Super Bowl champion that we're all writing off. So here we go. Despite the setback, Pickett remains honed in on winning the starting job, saying, quote, yeah, 100% it is. I'm trying to get back out there, as fast as possible. I've never had, a soft tissue injury like this, so really a first-time experience in my career. I felt like I came in great shape, was hitting numbers speed-wise that I've never hit before. So it's frustrating that it happened, but, turn the page and just trying to be, as good as I can be when I do return. Okay, so Kenny Pickett was, he was like, hey, I was, woof. Man, before this injury, I was like a dual-threat quarterback. I was so fast. All right. I don't know about all that, Kenny, but all right. All right, one more thing here. The hamstring issue popping up minimizes such a difference for now, though. Even once Pickett returns to action, saying, quote, I'll have to manage it whenever I'm back, probably a few weeks after, based on the injury and where I'm at. But I think it gives me a great opportunity just to work from the pocket, find checkdowns. Yeah, that's what Kenny Pickett needs to work on, finding the checkdowns. Okay, Kenny. Find the checkdowns, really improve my game from the pocket. Because you're no dual threat, Kenny. I'm sorry. I don't know what you thought you were. So I think if I look at it with that lens, it could be real positive. All right, so Kenny Pickett, let me not clown the man. He's trying to make the most of it. So shout out to Kenny Pickett. Shout out. He's still going for the job. All right, and maybe the actual Sander that we should be talking about is Shiloh Sanders, the defensive player from the Bucks, because he's been making a little noise, a little buzz in training camp and all this. Once again, kind of the non-talked about Sanders' son. Even in Colorado, he was good, he was solid, but never really got the attention of Shedeur Sanders or Travis Hunter. But Todd Bowles says Shiloh Sanders has a chance to make this roster. And I love that. Not as highly drafted. Was he even drafted? I think it was real late. Shiloh Sanders. He may have been undrafted. Let me see. Quickly. Yeah, not drafted. So real inspiring. Big time shout out. This is who we should be talking about, propping up, not small hands Kenny, or maybe even not even a good quarterback, Shedeur Sanders. Shout out to Shiloh Sanders putting in the work, undrafted. We all love an undrafted free agent story and all that. And he's putting in the work, he's turning some heads, and he's making a name, he's making a case for himself. Also, Deion Sanders went to Bucks practice to kind of, help him out a little bit, shore him up a little bit. And we'll see if that helps or hurts Shiloh at the end. But we're hearing good things. He's putting his nose down. He's getting to work. Same thing with Shedeur. I'm not knocking Shedeur's, folks. Settle down. But an undrafted player trying to make the team, Shiloh Sanders, turning some heads. Shout out. Let's give him the applause here. Alrighty. Uh-oh. Not looking so hot in Chicago, folks. We've been seeing some film from practices on Caleb Williams, and it has not been good. That's all I can say. Not accurate, getting sacked, throwing interceptions, lackadaisically throwing the ball out of bounds after, the play is over. We get big, I don't know what to call, tizzes? Tizzes? I don't want to call it that he's, I don't want to put too much emphasis into this. I don't want to say it's throwing a fit or throwing a tantrum. Definitely don't want to say tantrum. But, we see, he misses the throw, throws a fuck, damn it. He get one of those. And, I get it. I throw out one of those every now and then when something doesn't go my way. I get it. But it's not the most flattering thing when you see it. It's not a big leadership thing when you see it. It kind of gives you the ick. It gives you the ick when you see it. Why you do that? Why you do that? I get it. You messed up, but okay. All right, we get it on the next one. I don't need to see the fuck, damn it. So that's what we've been seeing a little bit by Caleb Williams, and that does track. It does, from college, Once again, I'm not making this a big thing, but it happened, folks, and it gave some people the ick. Caleb Williams in college, we saw him lose the game. And he went to the stands and jumped into his mom's arms and started crying. And that's fine, folks, okay? But it could give some people the ick when they, that's my quarterback? That's my leader? Okay. I'm pissed off too, but damn, bruv. So, Potentially here, not great with Caleb Williams. I know everyone's trying to build him up as this. Everyone was already comparing. I know, it's crazy. They were all comparing him to Patrick Mahomes coming into the league. It's crazy, folks. I know. I never said that. That was y'all, okay? I got to hold y'all accountable sometimes. That's what I do here, folks. I hold the media accountable for what they're saying. Because most of the time what they're saying is crazy talk. And now we're also learning that these insiders are bargaining for information. We're learning this now, folks. This whole Adam Schefter leaking a nice story for Christian Wilkins, which the real story is probably very, very bad. Everyone's dancing around it. Nobody's coming out with the real story. And we have people actually knocking Adam Schefter of going on the Pat McAfee show and giving like a nice soft story for everyone to eat up so the whole thing just goes away. Nuggets of information are coming out about this, folks. That Shams and these insiders kind of give a tit for tat. I'll throw out this bogus story, so I'm the first with a good story next. I mean, this is what's going on behind closed doors, folks, okay? So let's all just keep this in the back of our mind when we talk things, when we don't want people to have money, okay? All right? It's not everything is not as cut and dry as you think, folks, okay? Things happen behind the scenes. Things happen behind the scenes. But back to Caleb Williams. And I'm going to say this, and I don't think people are going to like it, but Caleb Williams, I know exactly who he is. I know exactly who his comp is. I know exactly what he's going to be. I know exactly what this Bears team is going to be. And y'all are not going to be happy with this. But this is exactly it. Caleb Williams is not Patrick Mahomes. He's really not even in the contention of being a top 10 quarterback in this league right now, unfortunately. We got Jaden Daniels, who, rookie year came in, new team, new franchise, got to the NFC Championship game, where Caleb Williams is even struggling to win games. But Caleb Williams, folks, are y'all ready for this? I'm going to break Caleb Williams right now. I'm going to break him. Because once I say this, folks, who his comp is, it ruins them forever. There's no coming back from this one. And I think I'm ready to call it now. I don't think I'm too early on it. I think I'm right on it. Caleb Williams is Kyler Murray. This Bears team is the Cardinals team. A very, very athletic quarterback. Oh my goodness, that acceleration, that quick start from standing to sprinting. Oof, they may be the two most accelerated quarterbacks in the league. But at the end of the day, they just don't get it. They think they get it. They speak like they get it. They throw the, oh, fuck, damn it, oh no. They throw that out there like they do get it, but they don't. They act like they get it, but they don't. Kyler Murray, great athlete. He should be a great quarterback, but it just doesn't happen. Now, with Kyler Murray, you can say, well, it's the offense around him, and they got a defensive-minded head coach. All right, the team, all right. But I'm telling you, this Bears team, they got Ben Johnson. They've got some offensive pieces that y'all gush about. I don't. I don't gush about these pieces. Y'all do. But we're going to see this Bears team. They'll have the same amount of wins. They'll have the same amount of wins as the Cardinals. And actually, let me see right now. Does Vegas agree? I'm going to say that the Cardinals win totals and the Bears win totals are kind of the same. Maybe a game off. Let's quickly see. Win totals for the Cardinals, they've got them sitting at like 8.5. Over 8.5 wins at minus 115. Let's check Chicago now. We get 7.5 at minus 170 and over 8.5 at plus 115. So you call it 8. You call it 8 for the Bears. You call it kind of 9 for the Cardinals. You game off. It's the same team. They're actually thinking the Cardinals are going to play better. Cardinals are actually going to be better than those Bears. That Caleb Williams, Patrick Mahomes, Bear quarterback. We have not seen what we needed to see out of Caleb Williams in this Bears offense. Big buzz, so much buzz around this Bears team. Ben Johnson, offensive God. Offensive God. Hallelujah. Praise Ben Johnson. Well, they're not looking so hot in practice so far. Dropping balls, interception, Caleb Williams not being this next Mahomes. So watch out for that, folks, okay? Caleb Williams is Kyler Murray. It should work. It looks like it should work. But there's something that just doesn't click with them. That just can't get it done. They think they get it. They talk like they get it. Like what I hear from Caleb Williams most of the time. Like what I hear from Kyler Murray most of the time. I'm not playing baseball and I'm not playing Call of Duty anymore. I'm going to be good. Caleb Williams, I'm putting in the work. Coach, I'm putting in the work. I swear I am. I swear, not the gumdrop buttons. I'm reading the book. I'm reading the playbook, Ben. I swear I am. I swear I'm reading the playbook. So I'm not seeing it. I'm off. I'm off of Caleb Williams. I don't care. Overreacting to training camp footage, all that. Yes, that's me. I'm off of Caleb Williams. He's trash. He will not be better than Kyler Murray. And let's just quickly go here by Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson on the Bears' offensive sloppiness saying, quote, if it continues like that, we're not going to win many games. And we just saw Vegas got you at like 7. 7-8 wins. Not good. Is that going to get us a playoff spot? No. Is that going to win the division over there in that crowded NFC North? 8 wins? No. So here we go. Let's hear from Ben Johnson. Following Sunday's Family Fest. And once again, this is at the Family Fest. There's like one game, one open practice that every team does that they invite everybody's family. Hey, why don't y'all come and look what y'all's family members are doing? Come watch your shitty family member Caleb Williams play quarterback. Let's give the family a good show, and they didn't. So when they don't show up for the family game, the family scrimmage, that's another big knock for concern. Caleb Williams can't rise up to the occasion to look good for the family. Because now everybody, the family members, like, what the fuck have they been doing? They haven't been at home for the last month taking care of the kids. They haven't been helping taking care of the kids. And they're out here fucking around on the field. Being shit. No. Y'all come back home now. We're done with this football. Yo, you told me you were a good football player. That didn't look good to me. You're coming back home and taking care of the kids. So here we go. Following Sunday's Family Fest at Soldier Field, Johnson, unprompted, called out the offense after it took a step back 10 practices into training camp, saying, quote, it was sloppy. Sloppier than we were hoping we would be at this point. So that's not good. They are behind schedule, according to Ben Johnson. Quote, it's something we're going to have to address for sure. It showed up more we got to go back here. Hang on. According to reporters, the biggest issue was the delay of game penalties with Caleb Williams' offense getting out of the huddle late during the scrimmage setting. Oh, Caleb Williams can't even read the play. Can't even memorize Ben Johnson's creative plays. Right wing set, 30 back, ready on 4. On 3, sorry. No, X, Y, left, right. No, Ben, can you say it again? Ben, can you slow it down for me, Ben? So, folks, we're off of Caleb Williams. Not good. Not what we wanted to see. So much buzz, excitement, quarterback guru, good quarterback athleticism, good weapons. That's the buzz. And the buzz ain't so buzzful now. There were multiple delay penalties, and the quarterback had to burn a timeout after getting out of the huddle with just 7 seconds left on the play. 7 seconds? What are you doing in there, Caleb? What are you ordering, Papa John's? Yeah, I'll take the large. Yeah, I'll take the large. The large chacaroni. Yeah. Yeah, two large. Yeah, two large. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh my god. I'll call you back. Deliver the pizza to Soldier Field. I gotta call the play. Blue 52 set hike. Okay, two. Okay. Oh my god. There's 3 seconds left on the Ben. I'm sorry. I ordered a pizza. Ben, I'm sorry. I ordered a pizza in the huddle. I'm sorry. Had to take a timeout. Quote here by Ben Johnson. It's something we're going to have to address for sure. It showed up more today than it has in practice. This was more like a real game. And if it continues like that, we're not going to win many games. So, that's where we're at. That's where we're at for the Browns. We get one more quote here, the lead up to the quote. The first time coach smartly spun the down practice for the offense into a positive for the defensive unit. Yeah, our offense is so shit. Shout out to the defense for being good. Quote, execution of the play wasn't what we wanted it to be. It's a credit to the defense. They came out and they kicked our offense's rear in that. So that's what showed up to me. They wanted it a little bit more. So, alrighty. Bears got a good defense. But we don't care about that. We need to see that offense going. All right. Well, I'm taking a lot longer, and y'all know how that goes. Sheesh. Y'all know me. I go late. So we haven't been able to get into any division winners, and we're not even close to being done with our stories. So let's just sum it up right here. Let's sum it up right here. First and foremost, 2 things. First, the Colts quarterback battle is a true battle right now. I would say Anthony Richardson does have the edge. I think they are going to kind of try and make Anthony Richardson the starter. But what we're hearing is that both Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones will play a good amount in the first 2 preseason games. And we are also hearing on the unofficial depth chart of the Colts, their starting quarterback, it's written, quote, Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson Sr. So they're not giving any tidbit of information on who maybe have a little bit of a more edge in the quarterback battle here. Been seeing some good things by Anthony Richardson. Once again, I think I would want Daniel Jones to start this year. But Anthony Richardson does seem to be making progress into where we have seen him from. So that's good to see. I would still start Daniel Jones. We still get a little bit more time. They get their preseason game in this week on Thursday against the Ravens. So hopefully some quarterback shows us something here. But it doesn't really matter who they start week 1 because they face the Dolphins and none of these knuckleheads are going to beat Tua. Okay, folks. All right. All right. Let's end on here. Let's end on the negative, folks. Unfortunate. The Cowboys have once again bungled the contract negotiation. We get Micah Parsons now officially looking for a trade. He posted this on August 1st. Here we go. We're going to read the entire note. This is Micah Parsons on Twitter. Official statement. Yes, I wanted to be here. I did everything I could to show that I wanted to be a Cowboy and wear the star on my helmet. I wanted to play in front of the best fans in sports and make this America's team once again. The team my pops and I grew up cheering for, way up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Unfortunately, I no longer want to be here. Oof. I no longer want to be here. This one's a little bit more different than the Dak, than the CeeDee Lamb. Unfortunately, I no longer want to be here. I no longer want to be held to closed-door negotiations without my agent present. Yes, right. Oh, my gosh. You know how scummy that is in business? Hey, why don't you leave your agent out of this and we just talk? No, fuck you. Are you crazy? I quit. You tell that to me. I quit right in front of you. Don't you swindle me. I don't care anymore. No, done. I'm not playing. Do y'all not understand I'm not playing y'all's game anymore? I'm done. I'm done playing the game. I'm done, folks. If an owner came up to me and said, "Hey, let's negotiate without the agents," no, I'm out. Done. You lost me. I'm not here to play your games. I'm sorry. I no longer. Or hey, let's go back. I no longer want shots taken at me for getting injured while laying it out on the line for the organization, our fans, and our team. Oh, baby. We've got the quote of the century. Oh, my gosh. Folks, I'm going to get this tattooed. I'm getting this tattooed on me. I no longer want shots taken at me for getting injured while laying it on the line for the organization, our fans, and my teammates. Oh, sorry I got injured putting my body on the line for you. Sorry I tore my ACL and now I'll never get another shot again to be a starter because I'll always have that next. Well, he's injury prone now. Well, we can't pay him now. He's injury prone. What do you want from me? I'm just an owner. He's injury prone. We're not going to pay him. Are you crazy? What, did you get injured? Injury prone. He's injury prone. Can't pay him anymore. And then they go and collude with all the other owners. You know he's injury prone, right? Don't pay him because he's injury prone because then we have to pay our injury prone players. Do you not understand the collusion that's been going on Pablo Torre's been trying to uncover? Shout out to Pablo Torre. Doing God's work. Hey, let's not fully guaranteed contracts anymore. Let's try and get away from that, can we? This whole Deshaun Watson thing, guaranteed money. We're going to try and get away from that. And then all the owners be like, hey, thanks for not giving that player guaranteed money. That's going to really help us out. Appreciate you. But we're not colluding, but just don't give them. This is how it all goes, folks. Goddamn. Here we go. I no longer want narratives created and spread to the media about me. I had purposely stayed quiet in hopes of getting something done. Like they wanted me to shut up and dribble, shut up and play ball. I was trying to do that. And they still didn't pay me. You won't get paid, folks. Don't kowtow to business. You're not going to get paid anyway. You're not getting paid. Newsflash. You're not going to get paid, so don't kowtow. Don't bow down. I had purposely stayed quiet in hopes of getting something done. But since there is confusion out there, let me be clear. Let me clear some things up. I had my agent reach out to the Cowboys last offseason after my third year in hopes of getting a deal done early. Oh, once again, the big brain in the Cowboys front office. Let's wait so we have to spend more. The longer we wait, the more expensive he is, so let's keep waiting. The geniuses, folks. The genius of big oil business. But since there is confusion, let me clear some things up. I had my agent reach out to the Cowboys last offseason after my third year in hopes of getting a deal done early. Unfortunately, the team did not want to start any negotiations at that point. I was okay with that. Didn't complain and focused on the 2024 season. After the season, I told my agent once again to let the team know we were open to negotiate when they met at the Combine. My agent informed me I should wait for other deals to get done because the price would only go up. But I didn't care, and I wanted to secure myself as a Cowboy long term. This was before any of the pass rusher deals that got done this offseason. I knew I would be leaving money on the table, but again, I was okay with that. He was okay with leaving a couple bucks on the table. Jerry Jones, can you be okay with putting up a couple extra bucks on the table? Jeez Louise, it's a couple extra. I mean, we're acting like they don't have it. Oh my God, if I pay you 25 instead of 20, I'll go bankrupt. Mary, there's not enough oil for 25 million, okay? There's only enough oil for 23. You're eating up all the oil money, Micah. Greedy, all this oil money, you're taking it all. I knew I would be leaving money on the table, but again, I was okay with that. Again, radio silence as far as my extension. In March, I met with Mr. Jones to talk about leadership. Somehow, the conversation turned into him talking contract with me. Yes, I engaged in a back and forth in regards to what I wanted from my contract, but at no point did I believe this was supposed to be a formal negotiation, and I informed Mr. Jones afterward my agent would reach out thinking this would get things done. So once again, folks, these people, owners, see, I experienced it. I thought I was going in for a meeting. I think at the end of it, I think that was supposed to be some raise meeting that I could negotiate, but it never, no, he just said, all right, we're going to give you this, and then that's it. I wasn't expecting this to be a negotiation. I wasn't expecting that. So they weaseled you. Okay, oh, you're here for a meeting? I was there for a meeting. All right, now let's talk money so I can get this out of the way real quick and swindle everybody. Folks, I'm telling y'all. I know y'all don't like to listen to me, but I speak nothing but truth. I'm telling y'all. Y'all, one day it will all click. One day it's going to all click for y'all. Oh, my God. That's what he was talking. That's what St. Nick. That's what the smart St. Nick was actually talking about. Oh, yeah. Wow. I wish I would have listened earlier. I wish I would have listened earlier. That's what y'all are going to be saying to yourselves. Here we go. Back to Micah Parsons. And I believe, but when my agent reached out and spoke to Adam, he was told the deal was pretty much already done. My agent, of course, told him that wasn't the case and also reached out to Stephen Jones. Again, the team decided to go silent. At that point, we decided we would allow the team to reach out to us whenever they decided they wanted to talk. Yet still, not a call, email, or text to my agent about starting a negotiation. Up to today, the team has not had... Hang on, let me find it again. Up to today, the team has not had a single conversation with my agent about a contract. Not one demand has been made by my agent about money, years, or anything else. Still, I stayed quiet, but again, after repeated shots at myself and all the narratives, I have made a tough decision. I no longer want to play for the Dallas Cowboys. My trade request has been submitted to Stephen Jones personally. So, Micah Parsons demanding out. I don't want to be a part of this game, this oil game anymore. I'm not a part of this game. Y'all keep playing your game. It ain't the game for Micah. It ain't the game for St. Nick. So, watch out for Micah Parsons, but here's Jerry Jones, smug, smart, big brain Jerry Jones. On Micah Parsons' trade request says, quote, I would say to our fans, don't lose any sleep over this. So this could be all the big brain play. Let Micah Parsons drum up all the business. We're going to pay him the day before the season anyway. Drum it up, Micah. Drum up that big old oil money for Jerry Jones. Because that's his game. He doesn't care about winning or getting off to a good start. Just cares about the big story, the narrative. That's it. And if that's his game, once again, I still don't want to be a part of it. No, thank you. If I'm Micah Parsons, I still don't even sign the deal. If he comes at me the day before the season starts with everything I want and the money and all that, I say no, thank you. I see the game. You keep playing it. I don't want to be a part of it. I'm not going to enable you in this game anymore. So we'll see. We'll see. Does Micah Parsons stick to his roots, stick to his guns? Does he stand on business like James Cook? Or does he fold and give in? Time will tell, folks. Time will tell, and we'll tell you. Alrighty, well. First, we're back, and it's great to be back. The week off was too much, but once again, like I said, it's going to be every day from here on out, so be tuned in. If you're in the sports card breaking world, join me, Gold Daddy, on Whatnot. I'll be doing a show 2 or 3 times a week on there. And I'm still running the Discord, folks. Daily $100 bets. We're still going to be doing it every day through the NFL season. That's when we're going to cash. I know. It's been a little stagnant here. I'm not saying I'm the baseball knower. Do I talk baseball on the show? No. But we're still going to bet it, of course. And we're trying, folks, okay? So settle down. The money will flow in the NFL season. We got 4 days of preseason football. We're cashing all 4. I do not care what y'all say. Alrighty, so we're back. We're back on schedule. We're back, folks, every day. So clear your calendars. Mark your calendars. Clear your schedules. Alrighty, well, I appreciate everybody tuning in, listening, watching. We'll be back tomorrow to break it all down. Our first show on Whatnot's probably going to be on Wednesday. So be on the tune for that. Follow me on Instagram. I'll be posting in my story when I go live for the shows, all that. So yeah, folks, good things ahead, and feeling good. So we're back. I appreciate y'all. Hope all is well is going with y'all. Big old Monday. Get a great start to the rest of your week. We'll see you tomorrow. And in the meantime, folks,